DeepSeek R1, an open-source AI, has done the unthinkable. It's matched and even outperformed GPT-R1, a billion-dollar commercial model, in tasks like creating a flawless 3D wind tunnel simulation on its very first attempt. And here's the shocker. It's completely free and accessible to everyone. Let's dive in to uncover how this changes everything. DeepSeek R1 is already making waves in the AI industry, but what's making it so special? To truly understand why this model is being hailed as revolutionary, we need to dig deeper into the very heart of what it offers. Imagine an AI model so advanced, yet entirely open source, freely accessible to anyone who wants to test or experiment with it. While companies like OpenAI have traditionally dominated the AI landscape with powerful but expensive models, DeepSeek R1 flips the script entirely. Here's the kicker. It's not just free, but its performance is competitive with, and in some cases, better than GPT-R1. Think about that for a second. But the magic of DeepSeek R1 isn't just in its accessibility. It's in how it works. The model leverages something called System 2 thinking. Now, this isn't just technical jargon. It's a revolutionary concept in AI design. Most AI models are like sprinters. They give you quick answers, racing to provide the fastest response. DeepSeek R1, however, operates more like a marathon runner. It takes its time, processes the problem step by step, and reflects before delivering an answer. Imagine asking an AI to solve a complex math problem or a tricky logic puzzle. While most models might fumble or rely on pre-programmed solutions, DeepSeek R1 thinks, reconsiders, and even re-evaluates its approach to ensure it gets the answer right. That's what System 2 thinking does. It mimics the human thought process, and the result is nothing short of extraordinary. One of the best ways to see this in action is by looking at how DeepSeek R1 handles puzzles. During one test, it was tasked with solving the famous goat, wolf, and cabbage river crossing puzzle. This classic test has been used to challenge AI models for years. But here's the twist. The puzzle was deliberately modified to require creative, out-of-the-box thinking. Most models trained on standard datasets would simply regurgitate the familiar solution they've seen before. But DeepSeek R1? It paused. It thought. It carefully worked through the new parameters and found a unique solution, tailored to the changes. It didn't just rely on memorization, but showed an ability to adapt to entirely new scenarios. This careful, step-by-step reasoning, often resembling human problem-solving, feels like a new level of intelligence. Watching it reflect and adjust was more than impressive. It felt like a glimpse into the future of AI reasoning. And puzzles aren't the only area where this brilliance comes through. Coding is another domain where DeepSeek R1 has left its mark. Picture this. A challenge was set up for AI models to create a 3D wind tunnel simulation in a web browser. This isn't just basic coding. It involves designing an interactive simulation with adjustable wind speed, particle transparency, and a rotating wing to visualize airflow. Top models like GPT-R1 and Claude 3.5 Sonnet were also given this task. Both struggled to produce functional code on the first attempt. But DeepSeek R1, it delivered. Not only did it produce a working simulation, but it also accounted for intricate details like how the particles would behave at different angles or how transparency settings should adjust. The end result was stunning. A complete interactive simulation that worked flawlessly in a web browser. Now here's where things get even more interesting. DeepSeek R1 doesn't just think better, it learns better too. The model uses reinforcement learning, a technique that allows it to improve over time by rewarding successful behaviors. Think of it as training a dog. When it performs a trick correctly, it gets a treat. Over time, the dog learns to master the trick. In DeepSeek R1's case, the treat is an improvement in performance. What's fascinating is how this learning process leads to the emergence of entirely new problem-solving strategies. During testing, the model often paused mid-task to rethink its approach. It would say things like, wait, I see a better way to do this. It's almost as if the AI experiences its own aha moments, refining its reasoning in real time. One particularly intriguing example involved generating a random number. The prompt asked DeepSeek R1 to pick a number between 1 and 10,000, but to make it difficult for the user to guess. Instead of choosing a number randomly, the model considered patterns and common guesses, ultimately settling on a prime number, which it deemed less predictable. What made this process so captivating was the internal reasoning it shared along the way. It felt like listening to someone think out loud, debating their options before making a decision. It even rejected numbers like 777 or 1234 as being too obvious, carefully justifying why these choices wouldn't work. Then it zeroed in on 73, explaining that it was a prime, less commonly guessed, and balanced between extremes. This level of thoughtfulness turned a simple task into a fascinating glimpse at how deeply the model processes even the smallest challenges. And let's not forget one of DeepSeek R1's most groundbreaking features, its open-source nature. Unlike proprietary models like GPT-R1, which keep their internal workings hidden, DeepSeek R1 lays everything bare. Developers, researchers, and even hobbyists can access its code, experiment with its capabilities, and adapt it to their needs. This transparency fosters innovation, allowing the community to push the model's limits and discover new possibilities. Another aspect worth highlighting is DeepSeek R1's use of model distillation. This process compresses a large, complex AI into a smaller, more efficient version while retaining much of its power. Imagine having the capabilities of GPT-R1 in a model small enough to run on your laptop. That's the promise of DeepSeek R1's distilled versions. In testing, these smaller models performed exceptionally well, even surpassing larger counterparts like Claude 3.5 Sonnet in certain tasks. The implications of this are huge, making cutting-edge AI more accessible than ever before. So, where does this leave us? The release of DeepSeek R1 signals a major shift in the AI landscape. It challenges the notion that high-performance AI has to be expensive or locked behind paywalls. It proves that open-source models can not only compete with, but in some cases outperform, the industry's biggest names. And this is just the beginning. As techniques like reinforcement learning and model distillation continue to evolve, we're likely to see even more groundbreaking advancements in the years to come. Imagine a future where AI is not just smarter and more capable, but also more accessible to everyone. A future where innovation is shared, not hoarded, and the boundaries of what's possible are constantly being pushed. DeepSeek R1 isn't just a technical marvel, it's a glimpse into that future. Its success proves that open-source AI has a place at the forefront of innovation. And as this model continues to evolve, it's clear that the AI revolution is far from over. The question is, are we ready to keep up? Thanks for hanging out and diving into the mind-blowing genius of DeepSeek R1. If this AI just redefined what you thought was possible, smash that like button, share it with your tech-savvy squad, and hit subscribe for more next-level AI explorations.
And remember to be uniquely you.